Hey, you should watch Gpac and Shot Right. Please don't forget to hit that like, share, and subscribe button, good people. I miss y'all. I hope y'all miss me. Now I'm back. Okay, tonight we have Mr. Gene Deal, as you all know, was Diddy former bodyguard, and he said a lot of these things that were repeated on many videos, and 50 of them put out the documentary. And Gene Deal thought he was going to be a part of the documentary, but some things went down. He negotiated with some people. They couldn't come to terms. Gene wanted a certain amount of money, and they wouldn't give it to him. They said, "Are you out of your mind?" So enough of me talking. I'm going to let Mr. Gene Deal come in and break down the whole situation.
Like this documentary got everyone talking, man. A lot of people want to know why you wasn't in it, man.
Well, first and foremost, I thought I was going to be in the documentary at first until I started talking to that director. I think her name is Stapleton. I don't know her name. The right here, I don't know, man. Me and 50 talked like 45 minutes. The producers had been calling me and everything. So this one night, 50 called me up, and they got him on the phone. Man, he was just talking. We was talking about old time shit. Sit
Okay.
down with Black Hands, sit down with with Puff Kids, the whole Puff situation, and this documentary that he's going to be doing. You know what I'm saying? So I told him that I was going to, have Kirk and Tim. Kirk will be the one who talk about the business part of it. Tim would be the one who talk about the growing up phase with Diddy and everything like, and over there working in the record industry with him and stuff like that. They was like family. And I was gonna talk about, the street stuff, what was going on with Bad Boy, with the security, with Wolf, with the city college,
Okay.
with the time that I knew about when I was with him up until about early 2004 or something like that. But basically the streets and then the traveling with him and the atmosphere and everything, and then go back into the Notorious Big stuff with the Tupac and the whole 9 years, all the stuff that I knew. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So we was talking, and he sounded like, yo, listen here, they gonna spare no expense with this whole documentary. So I said, all right, cool. So what I did was I said I spoke to Tim and I spoke to Kirk Burrows. And I was like, yo, because I had Tim number. Tim didn't know how to get in touch with Kirk. Kirk didn't know how to get in touch with Tim. But Kirk was trying to tell me, give him the number with the Tim. I said, nah, I ain't doing that. So I gave one of the producers the number in the whole 9 yards to get in touch with Tim because I want to see him get money because I know Tim got a hell of a story with Pump.
Okay.
So then I talked to Tim and I told him, yo, listen here, man, we should go in as a package deal.
All right.
All three of us, we could tell a hell of a story about this whole documentary. You know what I'm saying? From front to start. Then whatever stuff that they get and everything like that. So let's go in there and ask them for 50 a piece. You know what I'm saying? So Tim was like with it, yo, Gene, whatever, go ahead like that. Kirk was like, yeah, okay, cool, Gene. It was like a general census that we was gonna do this in a whole package deal. You know what I'm saying? And then I started speaking to the producers and everything like that because 50 had told me himself that they was going to spare no cost in doing this because he wanted to tell the story and he wanted to tell the story like it was supposed to be told and everything like that. I said, yeah, okay. So then the director, I gotta get her name, man. It don't even sound. I want to put her on blast because she was telling me, you know, she was saying to me that what I was asking for was crazy, and they wasn't spending money like that. I'm talking about you got footage, you got clothing, you got. I was doing footage. I had pictures, all the stuff that I had. You know, you could figure out a way to pay a brother, stuff like that. And then I was telling her about some prices that I've already received, and I had the invoice to show it. And then she was calling me like I was lying. I'm was like, yo, who do you think you talking to? You know what I'm saying? And she was talking about, there's no way nobody paid. Nobody what? I say, first of all you people come with these documentaries and stuff. The first thing you tell me, y'all tell these people out here that y'all don't pay, and y'all pay. If you can make a picture look like $10,000, $15,000, you know what I'm saying? You can sit here and tell me that you're gonna pay me for my time sitting right down here with y'all. You understand? So then, one thing led to another, and I was like, all right, well then, F you, I spoke to 50. Then she said 50. And this is exact words that came out her mouth. 50 does not determine what goes in and goes out of this documentary. And he definitely don't pay. He determine what somebody get paid. It's not his documentary like that. I was like, oh, so if it's not his documentary and I spoke to him like that, I don't need to be doing nothing with you, because I'm doing this on the strength of him. But you gonna pay me if I do it. So it went back and forth, for a little bit, and then they had Kirk Burrows giving me calls and everything like that. What are you calling me for? You know what I'm saying? I'm not. Get out of here. I know what kind of dude you is anyway. Me and you cool and everything, Kirk, but don't call me about no business with this stuff like that. And then what I found out is that he was making a deal, cutting a deal for himself as well as Tim. You understand? And I was trying to get a deal for all three of us. You understand? So that's how them industry cats go. That's what they do. You know what I'm saying? So I'm looking at it like this. So then he called me back again, and I told him, like, listen, man, don't you ever call my phone again, Kirk? You know what I'm saying? Because we had got into it about somebody calling him. He told me, Groovy Lou called him and wanted to know why Gene's still doing this, the puff and everything like that. And
So you heard Gene deal right there. He said he wanted 50,000, and they told him 50 don't control this documentary. And from what I heard, allegedly, 50 just paid some money to get his name put on there as executive producer. This documentary was already made. See, and a lot of people are going around 50 is doing this allegedly over his kid's mother, Daphne Joy. A lot of things has came out about her allegedly, with her involvement with Diddy. So y'all think this is why 50 is doing this get back at Diddy, because he thought he found love, but all the time Daphne Joy allegedly was like that, hanging out with Diddy, doing special things for him. So there you have it. That's your boy Gpac with Chirac. Please don't forget to hit that like, share, and subscribe, good people. It don't cost you a dime. I'm not asking you people for any money. Thank you, and you guys have a great night, and I'm out.